It's October 1st and it's day one of our family trip to New York City. It was a beautiful morning full of sunshine when we took off, but we landed in a rainy New York thanks to a tropical storm. But that didn't slow us down. After dropping off our bags at the hotel, we hit the town, excited to finally be on this family trip after months of planning. The first place we visited was the Vessel, located in Hudson Yards. We then hopped on the High Line and enjoyed the wonderful walking path full of plants and architecture. Exiting the High Line, we stopped at Chelsea Market to eat some ramen. We then cheered to an already great day and made our way to our first slice of pizza at Village Square Pizza. We then made our way to Ketchin Ice Cream for the kids. After getting their first treat, it was time for another first, that being their first subway ride. We then made a quick stop to Washington Square Park to admire the fountain and arch that the park is most known for. We then visited a home from Sex and the City and grabbed a quick photo. Later that night, we split into groups of 3. One group going to Wicked, another group going to Six, and the coolest group exploring Times Square and a giant candy store. We then met up and saw Hugh Jackman leaving his play The Music Man, and captured this amazing selfie to successfully end the first day in New York City.
It's day 2 and we started the day off with 10,000 Coffee. Then we made our way over to the Curtain Up Broadway Festival in Times Square. We saw 16 previews from various Broadway shows. I even got a selfie with Courtney Mack, who played Queen Catherine Howard in the musical Six.
Even though it was raining a little bit, it didn't stop us from singing.
Now we're at the iconic Serendipity for lunch, where we enjoyed their famous frozen hot chocolate.
Here we are at St. Patrick's Cathedral, where we went inside to admire the beautiful architecture and to light a candle for Lizzie.
Next stop, Rockefeller Center and Radio City Music Hall to check out the world-famous Rockettes.
For dinner, we went to Los Tacos #1 for the most amazing tacos we've ever had.
We went back to our hotel for a quick treat at the Foundry. Then we went to our performance of Aladdin later that night.
We started day 3 back at 10,000 Coffee and enjoyed breakfast sitting outside. We then made our way past the New York City Public Library and walked to Central Park.
Then I got sturdy. We took some family photos and walked around Central Park.
After Central Park, we hopped on the subway and went to Brooklyn to eat at Time Out Market, one of my favorite restaurants. Everything was delicious. After a delicious meal, we made our way across the Brooklyn Bridge. Even though we had a fight with the rain and wind, we still had a great time.
Our next stop was the One World Trade Center. Here we got a great view of the city from above. We then saw the 9/11 Memorial and the Oculus.
And for dinner, we went back to Los Tacos #1 for some more amazing tacos. And then we ended the night at Into the Woods.
We started day 4 at the Dominique Ansel Bakery for the iconic cronut and then made our way to Felix Roasting for coffee. We spent the morning exploring Chinatown and Little Italy, taking in all the sights.
And then we went to Prince Street Pizza, which was probably our favorite pizza on the trip. Immediately followed by Lombardi's Pizza across the street, which was New York City's first pizzeria.
The rain picked up while we were walking to Katz's Diner. We then went to get food at Punjabi Deli. Thanks to Matt, my personal assistant, who held the umbrella over me while Kyle and I enjoyed our food.
Next was McSorley's Ale House, which is the oldest Irish saloon in New York City.
Next stop of the day was the Natural History Museum.
Back at it again, we just had to take our friends from back home to our favorite taco jam, Los Tacos #1. It's showtime! We ended the night at Beetlejuice, which is by far my favorite show we've seen.
Last day in New York, we started at Trinity Church to see the graves of Alexander Hamilton and his wife Eliza.
We then walked in Wall Street and made our way to Francis Tavern for lunch. I got a filet mignon, and it was delicious.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Oliver, how was that?
It was delicious. I loved it so much.
After a delicious lunch, we walked over to see the famous bull statue. Then we made our way over to the Seaport area, where ESPN has a studio at Pier 17.
I would love to see that.
Since our vacation was winding down, we made a quick stop to pick up a few souvenirs. Then it was off to the airport to make our way back to Chicago. I want to thank everyone for making this such a wonderful trip and putting all the effort in to research all the fun places that we visited. I'll always cherish these memories for the rest of my life. Hopefully we can do this many more times. Thanks a lot. Love, Dad.
Thank you, Grandpa. We love you.